On the show today, we are going to talk about the ongoing farmers' agitation against the agricultural reform laws. Now, in a bid to address the concerns raised by the protesting farmers, the government has agreed to discuss and consider some major points raised by the farmers about the three new laws, including on strengthening of the APMC, which is the Agricultural Produce Marketing Committee Mandi system, tax parity with proposed private mandis, and freedom for farmers to approach higher courts for any kind of dispute resolution. Following the fourth round of talks with the farmers' groups on Thursday, the Union Agriculture Minister, Narendra Singh Tomar, also reiterated that procurement at MSP will continue. In fact, he also went on to assure that there is no threat to farmers' land from corporates and the government is ready to make it clearer. The next round of meeting between the both sides will take place on Saturday. The government is hopeful that the next round of talks will take the matter to a decisive stage and towards a final resolution. But several protesting groups of farmers have indicated that they want the government to repeal the three farm laws. So on discussion today, we will talk about the ongoing standoff, the various demands of the farmers, and of course, what is the best way forward towards a resolution on this matter. To discuss these aspects, we have with us two special guests joining us on the program. Let me introduce them to you. We are joined by Mr. S.K. Malhotra. He is Agriculture Commissioner, Department of Agriculture, Cooperation and Farmers Welfare. Welcome to Rajya Sabha TV, sir. And Dr. M.J. Khan, he is Chairman, Indian Council of Food and Agriculture. Pleasure to have you on the show as well, sir. But before we begin the discussion, let's also listen in to what the Union Agriculture Minister said after the fourth round of talks with the farmers on Thursday. But taking the discussion forward, let's try and understand which are the key issues that remain contentious even now. Let's begin with Mr. S.K. Malhotra. Sir, of the three laws, what we've understood until now is much of the opposition really is towards the Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce Promotion and Facilitation Act. So which are the contentious provisions in this particular law which the farmers want the government to take back?
Well, first we need to understand that what this law has the provisions. The most important thing is that this new legislation will create an ecosystem where the farmers and traders will enjoy freedom of choice of sale and purchase of agri-produce.
Take that point to Dr. Khan. Mr. Malhotra says that, MSP is there to continue. It's in fact benefited the farmers. So where exactly does the doubt lie, sir? Why are the farmers still concerned?
Let me thank you, Rajya Sabha TV for hosting this discussion at a very crucial time. And tomorrow, the third round of meeting between the farmer leaders and the government is going to take place, and a lot of expectations about that.
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Malhotra, for putting things straight and in perspective. There is no doubt that there is a complete clarity from the top level that MSP will continue, is continuing, and had continued so far. In fact, after the passage of these three acts, the purchase under MSP have gone up. It is 9 million tons plus, which is, 90 million tons plus that have been procured. It is a record. Now, why the doubts have created? In fact, the wish was that farmers will be celebrating. The reality is they are demonstrating. So where things have gone wrong, I would say that dialogue deficit. Okay. Farmers should have been consulted before the ordinances were effected, or they should have been at least consulted after that or before the legislations were tabled in the House. So this gap in dialogue with the farmers led to the apprehensions. So there is less in reality against the farmers. Actually, there is nothing in totality that will unleash the potential of the agriculture markets, something which we have been demanding for a long time. In fact, expert groups, studies after studies, many expert groups in the last 25 years that have been constituted and consulted, including few groups that I have been part of. So we have been consistently demanding that the markets need reforms. The farmers need choices. Farmers need investment. There is infrastructure requirement. Trade need to open up in order to benefit primarily the primary stakeholder, that is farmer. So with all the advantage that these three legislations promise, why the farmers are striking now or on the streets protesting? Somewhere the lack of communication, the engagement, the dialogue deficit resulted into more apprehensions. fueled by the expected loss of business by certain stakeholders, to name straight away the Aratiyas, especially in Punjab, whose business stakes who were thriving on the cost of the farmers, they are apprehending losing that business. So they are the primary fueler of these protests. Now farmers somehow taken it to there. Now it has become a matter of ego. So last 2 months when there have been engagement in all these 6 engagements with the farmers have taken place, 3 informally and 3 formally. Tomorrow will be the 7th round. So in that, from government side, no solid delivery has happened or assurance of promise happened. Yesterday, in fact, finally the 2 ministers have been able to list down all the objections of the farmers, and there is a positive stand being articulated on that.